Deep in the depths of the internet, there's a big game genre growing. The multiplayer online battle arena, or Moba, is a fusion of action and real-time strategy. As of January 2014, over 27 million people play League of Legends each day, while Dota 2, released only 6 months ago, gets over 642,000 players simultaneously. Most MOBA games consist of a simple square map with a base to defend, 3 lanes and towers positioned to stop the attacking forces from reaching the base. You control a single hero, champion, pilot, or god, and you and your allies must kill enemy forces, take down towers, and win the game by destroying the enemy's base. There's a lot of variations. Smite opens up the genre to a 3D third-person view, and there's Awesome Noughts, a platformer shooter but still within the genre. You have map variations with Demigod, unit creations in AirMech, and the sudden introduction of the Lord of the Rings and upcoming DC Comics games. Which leads us to the video. There's a lot of competition amongst the MOBA communities, with fans often adamant that their game is superior, while people outside of the genre can be afraid of playing because of the aggressively competitive communities. So we're going to embark on an A to Z tour of the heroes within the various games, discover their lore and attempt to win with each hero. Problem is, I haven't played most of these games, so whatever happens, even if I play badly, it'll be going on YouTube.
This battle will be my masterpiece.
Aatrox is a legendary Darkin warrior, huge in size with a massive sword that drinks his opponent's blood in combat. The earliest tale of Aatrox's influence is as old as recorded history. Appearing as the Protectorate faction were about to be overwhelmed and destroyed, only to help them win the battle and inspire the faction to be victorious. His abilities consist of gathering blood for his blood well for attack speed and survivability, taking flight and crashing into the ground in front of him, gaining bonus health and damage through his sword, or unleashing the power of his blade in front of him. And of course, his main ability is causing damage around him, floating and generally being a killing badass. On death, the acquired blood will give Aatrox time to recharge without dying, giving him a chance to escape or turn around the fight. And here comes my first match of the series. We are going to attempt to win with Aatrox, and considering this is my first game of League of Legends against actual players, it could be interesting. In the lane I was placed with a suicidal Kha'Zix, who was just desperate to start a fight with no health, which led to a crazy Master Yi trying to get past the tower to take out my teammate. Still, he didn't leave the lane and I had to protect him even more. This time luckily able to take him out together. A little while later he decided to finally teleport back to the base for safety. Unfortunately the team were well aware of this. With one teammate down, the teleport was broken and he just stood there like an idiot, expecting to suddenly to teleport into the sky or something, I don't frickin' know. With my teammate gone to die in other lanes, the real battles began. Evenly matched, we went toe to toe against each other. With Master Yi weak but quicker than me, he could easily just run away. And then came the epic moment.
Yes!
4-0 and the confidence high, the battles kept on coming. Down to 130 health, the only chance was to run. Dropping behind a tower, I'd go down to 1 health and turn and finish the job. Now 5-0, unfortunately Teemo was 14-3, and despite feeling badass at 6-0, trying to save my teammate, running into him was a bad idea. And I tried to continue helping out my teammates in other lanes. I gradually slipped to 13-6 with Teemo 34-8. Teammates in our base, it was looking very bad, but still I tried to turn things around. But even with killing Teemo off and doing some defensive work, we could not win. So we lose with Aatrox, but it's not the end of the world. It was a decent performance. We did finally bump into Teemo, who ended up with 40 kills. We're one loss down, but it's now time to bring out the Lord of Avernus.
Death and I, we have an understanding.
This is Abaddon. This is Abaddon. This is Matthew Abaddon. But within the strangely square world of the ancients, Abaddon is this guy, the Lord of Avernus. He's a pretty sinister looking guy with glowing eyes, heavy armor with blades in way too many areas, making him a terrible person to receive a headbutt from. What makes someone turn out this way? Well, according to the lore, growing up as a child, he was expected to prepare for war, but instead of training with weapons, he decided to meditate with the mist. He became a creature of the black mist, rode into battle, and everyone in the House of Avernus realizes he's pretty amazing. Abaddon sounds like this.
Abaddon.
He's voiced by TJ Remini, a British actor you may have seen in TV show Arrow, and he's also a pretty big character in Season 8 of 24. Though his main attack is through his large sword, he has some mist-related magic to cause trouble on the battlefield. Able to release a coil of deathly mist to both damage and heal his allies, being able to create a shield for himself and his friends, and a passive ability to strike with a chilling curse. And of course, his ultimate turns damage he receives into health. Alright, so I'm more experienced with Dota. I've got over 300 games played, but the problem is I am 0-3 with Abaddon. I am terrible with this guy. I've only managed to get 2 kills from 3 games, and every time it's been 11 deaths or more, so this is not going to be pretty. This is my courier. The game started with me failing to block creeps as usual, and then we got into the lane, and my job was just to shield Luna whenever she was in trouble. With the shield up, we tried to go in for the kill, but an angry Terrorblade meant we had to back off. A lucky last minute shield managing to save Luna's life. Another attempt by Terrorblade to kill Luna ended up with us actually managing to get a kill. Accidental pro plays by committing suicide, and then we decided to continue our good start and go in for the kill on Terrorblade. Oh man. And then the team came and the fighting started. Left alone in the jungle with 3 enemy heroes, things were about to get bad. But as long as I stay alive with my shield and my ultimate, maybe Batrider could do some work here. Coming around the back while they desperately try to kill me, he's able to take out 2 of the main carries before they can kill me. A successful teamfight near Roshan meant that only Nyx was left alive on the other team, and considering Luna was pretty low, I figured I'd try and help out. By unbelievable luck, Nyx appears just as I put the shield on him, saving his life and setting up the team for a team wipe. 42 minutes into the game, we were able to break into their base. And it was a first victory for Abaddon with 25 assists and 7 kills. It was a big game.
Just as the haunted mist foretold.
It's our first win with Abaddon. It's the first win of the series, and my KDA with the guy is no longer 0.4, which is, you know, that's a relief. Our next guy is going to be a Man of Fire, and let's go straight to it. Many have wondered what damned warrior now lives in torment within his burning armor. The accursed screams in agony as he unleashes fiery deaths to his foes. Since most of the heroes and newest heroes are based on the original Dota mod, Accursed is actually another version of Abaddon. Just this time he's horseless and a Man of Fire instead of, you know, Missed. His abilities are exactly the same as the Dota 2 version, so we should probably just get on with it. So I kind of have to explain some things before we go to the gameplay. As I joined the game actually crashed and no one decided to pause, so I actually got to the lane a minute and a half after everyone else, which is pretty bad. But that wasn't the main issue. The main issue was the fact that I couldn't scroll left or down, and considering I was on the Hellborn side, that was kind of going to be a major issue. I did fix it halfway through, but I couldn't actually move the camera to anywhere else apart from my character, so I couldn't see anything that was going on elsewhere. Get ready for the fun. Only able to move my view by clicking on the map, I joined the lane. Unfortunately, he decided to jump straight into a fight and off my screen, which left me unable to help. He got chased out of the lane and died past the tower. He was not happy. I tried to give some insight into my game-breaking scenario. Surely he'd understand everyone would struggle with this, but no. He wanted a shield. My shield was down. He still wanted a shield. I decided to be an ass. The abuse continued through the game, and it wasn't just at me, it was at everyone. This guy was very unhappy with everyone. 5 deaths and 5 assists, I decided to hang around the team just so I didn't die. It was essentially just me chasing and stalking them, really. Confused by the shop, I was rudely disturbed by someone chasing someone into their fountain, which meant I was able to pick up my first kill of the game. Totally legit. I got chased behind a tower and brutally murdered, and then they managed to get into our base and things were looking really bad. Then some team fights happened and I was finally able to pick up my second kill of the game. Eventually. With the enemy in our base again, we had to go serious defense. We had to try and keep ourselves in this game. But then came the push. We had to go for victory. With victory in our hearts and someone entering our base, this was it. We had to go for the World Tree. And there it was, the World Tree in sight. Victory is coming. We just had to take it down. And with the ridiculous amount of creeps behind us, this was going to be our second victory. So we won even with the crazy guy shouting at us, but the thing is, it was a game for like beginners, so the fact that this guy is shouting at us with like 3,000 games behind him, it was kind of a joke. I mean, whatever. But we now need to move on to the robots. There's no introduction, let's do this. Ace has journeyed to where no muck critter has gone before. Now he'll do anything to return to the cosmos. Given a chance to pilot a new but poorly made ship, Ace took a chance and quickly crashed. Now he's fighting to earn enough money to build his own ship. Ace has 3 main abilities: throwing a device at a targeted location dealing damage and distortion, a dash attack that can go through champions to deal damage, and a Giga Blast, an exploding ball of damage with a stun effect. This video has taken an interesting twist. Let's do this. Smash Merc Champions 3v3 Siege mode, just the standard, destroy the towers, destroy the base. Let's do this. In this game you want to pick up the bomb and take out towers. This is definitely what you shouldn't do, and this is what you should do. I try to use my Moba skills to get a kill against this guy, and then we're back to trying to take out towers. In another attack on the top lane, they try and bomb our second tower. And with the bomb dropped, one man knew what he had to do. With the team in his heart and on his mind, and thoughts of his family back on the farm, he knew what he had to do. He knew deep down that this was the only way. And in his final moments, he looked up and wished he had a better life. And then it was time for victory. We knew what we had to do, we knew we had to go for the win. I still struggled with bridges, but we were on our way to picking off the final tower. While dead, I noticed that this guy had a different plan: attack the base. So I decided to go solid snake and sneak into their base. Someone on that team did notice, but as soon as I turned away, he thought I was gone. As soon as reinforcements came, I had to back off and defend. And there it is, the victory came. We finished champions. We have won 3 out of 4, and that is a big win. Smash Mug Champions, tough game, but we came out victorious. So there you go, we have won. We've got 3 wins out of 4, which is pretty good considering 2 of them I haven't actually played before. Heroes and Youth was completely blind. And yeah, probably the best performance was a Batten, but Aatrox was a killer. If you like that video at all, then maybe consider subscribing, because there's a lot of content to come.
Who's that Moba man?